After the ground shaker, you would have won? Okay,
Yeah.
my bad. Another
Oh.
Oakling, but no feeds available.
No feeds available, and he has to do it this turn. He's strong, and he doesn't get it.
Verduran Force, he doesn't have it.
Nope. That is a
That
shame.
is the end of game 1.
Game number 1. So yeah.
That is 1-0
Oh,
for
the lobby changed
Kyochu.
for some reason. I'm going to re-invite everyone.
Okay.
Now let me invite Kyochu and invite you. So yeah, actually surprised. I would have thought that Mr. Cubes would have had the better matchup here,
I agree.
but sadly that was not the case. I have to say that. By the way, what bitrate are you streaming? I'm wondering.
3,000, I believe.
Okay, because you are a little bit lagging for me.
Okay,
That
I can
could be
lower it.
just me. Well, you can't lower it right now without shutting off the stream, so or restarting the stream.
Is that true? No, I can lower it. The bit
Oh, you
rate?
can... Bitrate?
Yep.
Okay.
I'd lowered it to 2,500.
Okay. Might actually be better for a lot of people. But anyways, the players are picking their decks. And we are going to game number 2.
Number 2.
And Cubes really wants to win this one because
Oh, definitely. He does not want to lose the first round and have to climb through the rest of the bracket without being able to lose a game. He definitely wants to qualify, and yesterday's competition was tight enough to the point where only one player with 1 loss managed to make it into top 4.
Yeah. Now, oh, interesting. Kyosh? Yeah, so Cubes went also for a blue-red deck. He thought that he's thinking that his blue-red deck is better, but Kyoshi is actually running an Ice Rock Behemoth. Not a card you generally see.
Nope.
Because it's very, very expensive. But if you draw it with the Ancient Herald, you can actually play it, and it's still a very powerful creature with its protection. And it's an 8/8. It's a giant creature. Although Cubes does already have the answer in his hand, which is Frogify. So it might take some time before we see that Ice Rock Behemoth get dropped. However, I don't think Cubes realizes that Kyoshu is actually running Ice Rock Behemoth. So he might not save his Frogify for that. He might just Frogify a Ground Shaker.
Yeah, that would not be very good.
Yeah.
Wow. I did not see the Ice Rock Behemoth before.
Yeah.
This is not a very often played card, but it definitely has its strengths. Taunt Protection means it comes in and it attracts the aggro of all creatures around it, but also does not die if it goes the first time it takes damage. It'll be absorbed by the protection.
Indeed. Now, the thing is, though, that Kyoshu actually has I would say he has a much better start with his 2 Ground Shakers. And he gets a cheap Grimguard, which is more of a delay. The Grimguard card is not that good in this matchup, I feel.
Yeah, I could see why. Too many ways to circumvent the text on it.
Yeah.
An Aurora draw, that's a good, potentially very useful draw.
Indeed. So, Firestorm is also a very nice draw.
So a lot of AoE damage coming in for Kyochu.
Yep.
Unfortunately for him, I don't think this is quite a deck that floods the board with numerous creatures. Not in the way that a mono-blue Battletoads deck might try.
Indeed. Although, some red-blue decks like to run Battletoads, so... And still, 3 damage to everything is still 3 damage to everything, especially if you combine it with something else like a cheap Ground Shaker.
Indeed.
So, Cube's also running Shifting Tide. Also, generally a card you don't see in the red-blue deck.
So I
But
believe
still,
Mr.
very powerful card in this deck, actually, because you can move your land to position it better for your Blazing Salamanders.
That's true. Particularly in the early game. The draw a card option becomes more attractive as the game goes on when the board fills up. since there aren't as many spaces to move your or their lands to.
Indeed. So yeah, Kyoshu deciding on dropping a ground shaker. And he might actually play a Firestorm. No, he's not going to play the Firestorm here. Huh. I'm not sure about his ground shaker play. He should have just kept it. That thing is not doing anything right now.
Yeah, I agree.
And Cubes actually has a shifting tide. He's going to shifting tide his Ancient Herald closer. And he's going to play Blaze Salamander and Garudon.
Wow, what a combo.
That's
a great 3-hit combo coming from Mr. Cubes.
Wow.
Immediately reverses the board position.
Indeed, and this is the reason why he shouldn't have played the ground shaker, because that ground shaker did nothing but die.
Yep, it just died.
Yeah, Mr. Cubes knows when to strike, and that was the moment to strike. Now he can react with a Firestorm and another ground shaker, but that's not enough.
Yeah, it definitely will not be enough.
So yeah, Cubes is really ahead now. He also still has a lot of removal in his hand, although the Mirror Phantasm actually costs 3 legs, so he can't play that. The Grimguard's going down. Now Kyoshu, now Mr. Cubes might just decide to also play the Blazing Salamander and just attack the Grimguard to get rid of it. Let's see, he's deciding to move his Blazing Salamander. He might also just get some Faeria.
Yeah, that looks like...
No, he's moving. He's actually moving away and killing it with his... Yep.
He puts down 2 lands. That's interesting. Is he trying to landlock him?
Yeah, he is. He is trying to landlock him, because in this matchup, land placement is also very important.
I'm surprised he didn't put that plains under his Garudon, though. I'm wondering why he did that.
Yeah, I wonder that as well. Maybe he somehow couldn't.
I think I've placed lands under my flyers before, though.
Yeah.
I think you can.
You can do it, but sometimes it's a little bit buggy. That's the thing. So yeah, Mr. Cubes. Or maybe what he wanted to do was keep that land open so that he could play just a mountain without sacrificing one of his planes. So yeah. So the ground shaker still did some work on the Garudon. But oh, that top deck! Like he had the firebomb, but that bomb slinger is way better because that is a creature. And Kyoshu actually has nothing in his hand really. I mean, he can play the Volcanic Colossus, which is still 5/8. So it's still very strong play, but that can get killed by the Bomb Slinger and the Firebomb. Or maybe a Mirror Phantasm and a Firebomb.
Mirror Phantasm and Firebomb would be a decent combo.
Yeah, I would think that he's going to play the Mirror Phantasm with Firebomb here.
Oh, or a Bomb Slinger.
Or another Bomb Slinger. Although, it depends if you want to heal them.
Oh, he just goes for it.
He
Okay.
just goes for it. He wants to keep the Firebomb. He wants to keep the Mirror Phantasm Firebomb combo in hand.
Okay.
Just in case.
I like that.
Cypher's...
Oh, but a Cypher's Wrath. Good response.
Great top deck there. Yep, great top deck.
But this board control, this Blazing Salamander's been collecting a lot of Faeria. It's building advantage for Mr. Cube, certainly.
Look at the land placement. Kyoshu has almost no lands.
Yeah, this is not good for him. Cubes has board control, Cubes has Faeria advantage. Board reset, but the land placement definitely favors Mr. Cubes heavily.
And Defend of the Homeland can go gather again. I'm guessing we're going to see a shift. No, we're not going to see a Shifting Tide.
So he's just waiting.
I would have played the Shifting Tide for a draw, because there's nothing really that... You can't really move lands anymore.
Yeah, I mean, he can wait on it too. You never know.
Yeah, but...
You don't want to show that you have a Shifting Tides in hand. It kind of increases uncertainty for your opponent if you have 7 cards as opposed to 5 or 6.
True. So yeah, he decides to just use his Mirror Phantasm and make turn his Defender of the Homeland into a Mirror Phantasm.
Which I like. I agree.
Yeah. Now, Queen's Favorite also comes down, which is actually really good in this matchup because of that protection. Now, Kyoshi is going to... Yeah, he is going to deal with this Mirror Phantasm, though. But Cube still has the board control.
Yeah,
very much.
For sure. 3 Faeria Wells this turn. Big income.
And he can actually Flame Burst Firebomb this Blazing Salamander down.
I don't know if I would want to at this point, honestly.
Well, he has to keep Kyoshu on low Faeria. He could also decide to unbound. Oh, that unbound.
Oh, what a fantastic idea.
Wow. No, he didn't unbound, he Frogified.
He Frogified so that it would gain jump to put it in range and then used Aurora. That was brilliant.
I somehow thought that he played unbound for some reason.
And, unbounds his Aurora.
Yep, and he gets a good one.
Yep.
I think he's getting one of the best 5-drops.
For sure.
If not the best 5-drop.
That might be debatable, but...
Oh, it's a 5-6 for 5.
I think it's a fine 5-drop. We'll leave it at that.
To be honest, Grove Guardian, from Unbound Evolution, I think it's the best one.
I'm happy. That's what matters. I would be happy if I got a Grove Guardian.
Maybe a Kaleem would be better.
Kaleem would be really good.
Yeah. Going to play the Caldera Champion, however, Cubes has the answer in the form of a Firebomb.
Yep.
And he's just farming...
This is probably where he would want to use the Firebomb.
Yeah. I agree.
Yep, that's what he decides to do. Aggressive mountain. That's perfect, actually.
Yep.
The only tile that Kyoto did not cover might come back to bite him.
Indeed. Ancient Herald comes down. Doesn't really do that much for him. And he can kill the frog, but... Cubes can also just kill it with a Ground Shaker Firebomb. Although he might not want to overextend. Now, we have to note, though, that they're both very low on cards. Like, Cubes has 10 cards left, Kyoshu has 9. Maybe this is why he doesn't run he's not going for the Shifting Tide. And he's not drawing any cards.
Ooh, that's not good.
No, he's thinking that this game will most likely go into fatigue. He's just going for the fatigue game.
Wow. He is ahead on life, Kyochu.
Yep.
So a fatigue game might favor him slightly, but this resource advantage for Mr. Cubes is just mounting and mounting. 2 Faeria Collectors gathering all 4 Faeria Wells per turn. It's not trivial, it adds up super fast.
Yeah, indeed.
Ooh!
And oh...
Thankfully that doesn't hit the orb.
Yeah,
it used to, that would have been the end of the game before that patch happened.
Now he decides to draw. But this... Well, he did get the Blazing Salamander, but he can't really kill the Ground Shaker, so this is GG.
This is most likely GG.
Well, not most likely, this is GG.
You think so? Yeah, looks like it.
He can't kill the Ground Shaker.
Okay, that is good game.
So yeah, we're going into game number 3.
Alright.
Alright, I picked a good one here.
You definitely did.
So yeah, will we finally see Kyoshu maybe switching up his deck? What do you think?
I think so. Depending on how many he's actually prepared, I would say he would.
Yeah. I mean, Cubes was just dominating this game, to be honest.
Yeah, he definitely needs something to shake up the match.
Cubes did tell me that he made a lot of misplays.
I could see it. In game 1 or in the last game?
Also in this game, I think. And he's saying that he had shit luck game 1. But the players are picking their decks for game number 3. So we're already getting a good start.
And we are back in game. Game 3, Mr. Cubes against Kyochu.
Yep. Indeed. Now, Kyoshu didn't choose to switch decks. So he might actually just be most comfortable with his deck that he's running. Cubes is thinking, well, this worked last time, so let's try it again. And I don't blame him. Now he does get a early defend of the homeland, which is a great start.